Chinese VVIP tour operator busted in Bangkok, the luxury scam that had no license. In a dramatic twist that exposes the darker side of luxury tourism in Thailand, Thai authorities have arrested 25-year-old Ling Zixiang, a Chinese national who masterminded an extravagant VVIP tour operation without a single legal permit. Ling's high-end tours targeted wealthy Chinese tourists, offering a glamorous ride through Bangkok's historic Ratanakosin Island. Using 3 luxury Toyota Alphard vans, guests were chauffeured to iconic sites like Wat Phra Q, Temple of the Emerald Buddha, indulging in meticulously planned itineraries and upscale dining. But behind the scenes, Ling was running an illegal operation. The arrest happened near Tha Changpio on Maharat Road, led by Tourist Police Chief Paul Major General Saksira VVIP. The investigation traced Ling's trail through a Chinese-language app he used to recruit high-paying clients. But here's the catch. Ling had no tour guide license, no work permit, and no authorization to run a tourism business, all mandatory under Thai law, which strictly reserves these professions for Thai nationals. This arrest is part of a massive nationwide crackdown on illegal tour operations that ran from October last year to March this year. Authorities inspected 940 tour operators and uncovered widespread non-compliance, from missing licenses to lack of insurance coverage. Among 338 tour guides questioned, many were also found operating without the required credentials. The penalties are severe. Unlicensed tour operators face up to 2 years in prison or fines up to 500,000 baht. Unlicensed guides risk 1 year in jail or 100,000 baht in fines. Officials say these illegal operators don't just threaten Thai laws, they put tourists at risk and undermine legitimate local businesses. The government is determined to stamp them out and protect the integrity of Thailand's booming tourism industry. This is more than just one rogue entrepreneur. Ling's case is a wake-up call. With Bangkok's tourism sector bouncing back, Thai authorities are tightening their grip on unlicensed operators, sending a clear message: Thailand welcomes tourists, but only through legal, safe, and regulated channels. Don't get fooled by the glitter. Stay informed. Subscribe now for the latest on tourism, travel safety, and real news from Thailand. Tropical storm WUTIP sparks Thailand-wide weather alert, heavy rain, flash floods, and rough seas expected. Thailand is on high weather alert as tropical storm WUTIP builds strength over the upper South China Sea. Although the storm's core will not make landfall in Thailand, its powerful effects are already being felt across the country. The Thai Meteorological Department, TMD, has issued a stern warning: expect widespread thunderstorms, heavy downpours, and dangerous flash floods in multiple regions. As of 4 a.m. on June 12, WUTIP was located roughly 160 kilometers south of Hainan Island with sustained winds of 65 kilometers per hour, moving west-northwest at 15 kilometers per hour. It is forecast to cross Hainan and hit southern China between June 13 and 14, weakening thereafter. However, this storm is fueling a stronger southwest monsoon across Thailand, bringing intensified rainfall and gusty winds to the north, northeast, east, and west and south. Bangkok is staring down a 60% chance of rain today, while coastal areas along the Andaman Sea and the Gulf of Thailand brace for high waves and rough seas. Flash flood risks are highest in mountain regions and low-lying areas. Farmers are urged to safeguard their crops, and travelers should check weather conditions before heading out. TMD Director General Sukanyaniya Winchan stresses that, even without a direct hit, WUTIP's impact could be severe. Residents are advised to stay informed and prepared as this powerful system continues to stir Thailand's skies and seas. Thailand's 93 billion baht transport revolution is underway. Thailand's transport revolution, billions poured into high-speed rail, expressways, and electric buses. Thailand is shifting into high gear, and fast. Transport Minister Suriya Jungrungriangkit has announced a bold acceleration of the country's largest infrastructure overhaul in decades. From cutting-edge high-speed rail to electric bus modernization, Thailand is racing toward a more connected, sustainable future. After a major policy meeting on June 10, Suriya revealed that 93 billion baht, nearly half of the Ministry of Transport's 212.21 billion baht budget for fiscal 2025, has already been disbursed. The priority? Delivering results, not just plans. High-speed rail to Laos, a game-changer in motion. The crown jewel, the Bangkok-Nong Khai high-speed rail line, which will eventually link Thailand's capital to Laos via Nakhon Ratchasima. Phase 1, Bangkok Corridor, is now 43.79% complete in civil works. But progress on rail systems, rolling stock, and workforce training is crawling at just 0.95%, a red flag the ministry is pushing to address. Phase 2, Corridor Nong Khai, is already in motion. This massive 357.12 km stretch is backed by a staggering 341.35 billion baht. Bidding documents for 8 major contracts, covering everything from rail systems to construction, are nearing finalization. Expressways and electric buses, nationwide transformation. Big-ticket projects are also gaining momentum, pending cabinet approval. Phuket Expressway, Phase 1, a 16.76 billion baht project to connect Kathu to Patong, 3.98 kilometers, and ease tourism traffic. Electric bus upgrade, a 15.36 billion baht initiative to lease 1,520 electric buses, replacing outdated diesel fleets and cutting emissions. In Bangkok, the ministry is also merging the procurement of the Red Line, Tailing Chan Salaya, and Light Red Line, Tailing Chan Seriraj, into a single package, a smart move to streamline expansion and reduce costs. Progress report, speed is the name of the game. Out of 326 new procurement plans worth 24.18 billion baht, 86 contracts have already been signed. Remaining deals are expected to be finalized by August. This isn't just about budgeting, it's about building, said Minister Suriya, highlighting that funds are ready and execution is accelerating. Why it matters? These strategic infrastructure investments aren't just about concrete and steel, they're about positioning Thailand as a regional leader in connectivity, sustainability, and economic mobility. From high-speed trains to zero-emission buses, the transformation is real, and it's happening now. Don't blink. Thailand is changing fast. Subscribe to stay on top of the country's most important infrastructure stories as they unfold. Crisis in paradise? Thailand's tourist numbers drop as Chinese visitors vanish. Thailand's tourism industry is in crisis. Once the crown jewel of Southeast Asia's economy, the kingdom now faces a sharp drop in foreign visitors. The numbers are in, and they're alarming. According to Yuthicang Supasan, chairman of the Industrial Estate Authority of Thailand and former TAT governor, the country's tourism engine is at a crossroads. After decades of resilience, 2025 has exposed serious cracks in the system, driven by shifting markets, image problems, and declining trust. In the first 5 months of 2025, Thailand welcomed 14.3 million tourists, a 2.7% drop compared to the same period last year. But the real shock? Chinese arrivals collapsed by 32.7% from 2.91 million in 2024 to just 1.95 million this year. January saw over 21,000 Chinese visitors arriving daily. By May, that number was cut in half. For the first time in 12 years, Chinese tourist arrivals may dip below 5 million, a massive fall from the 11.1 million pre-COVID peak. A major blow came from the Chinese film No More Bets, which painted Thailand as a hotspot for scams, human trafficking, and danger. The result? A Dragon Trail survey shows a doubling in Chinese tourists who now consider Thailand unsafe. The change is directly tied to reported crimes involving Chinese nationals, kidnappings, scams, and grey market operations linked to Chinese-run enterprises. This isn't clickbait, it's real. Chinese-run crime syndicates have turned Southeast Asia into a fraud factory. Just ask actor Wang Xing, who was kidnapped in Bangkok and forced into a scam compound. Or the hundreds of thousands trafficked to scam centers in Shikoku, controlled by syndicates like the 14K Triad. This is Chinese-on-Chinese crime, spilling into Thailand, and it's damaging the country's image for millions of would-be tourists. In January 2025, Chinese actor Wang Xing flew to Thailand, believing he was about to star in his next big film. But what happened next was not part of any script. Wang was lured to Bangkok under the pretense of filming. Instead, he was kidnapped and smuggled across the border to Shikoku, Myanmar, a place now infamous as a Chinese-run scam capital. There, he was held against his will and forced into online fraud, becoming just one of thousands trapped in criminal syndicates across Southeast Asia. 0 Chinese suspects were arrested in the operation to free Wang Xing. Cyber scam empire, the numbers are staggering. According to China's Ministry of Public Security, these scam networks are no small-time operations. 36 major Chinese scam gangs are believed to operate across the region, employing over 100,000 people in countries like Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos. Thousands trafficked and forced into fraud. Trafficked by their own, in early 2025, joint Thai-Chinese operations rescued at least 200 Chinese nationals from scam centers near the border. But the true scale is horrifying. The UN estimates that over 300,000 people have been trafficked into these cybercrime compounds, many through deception, abuse, or threats. Shikoku, ground zero of the scam trade. Shikoku is more than a town, it's a criminal fortress. Backed by groups like the 14K Triad, this area thrives on illicit gambling, forced labor, and slave-like working conditions. Workers, often ethnic Chinese or Southeast Asians, are trapped, their passports taken, their families threatened. Thailand, unwitting transit zone or crime hub. Thailand has now become a transnational hub in this web of crime. With relaxed visa policies, it's increasingly used as a gateway for trafficking. Scam rings exploit job seekers, especially Chinese nationals, with fake offers. Many are kidnapped and forced into scam operations. In response, Thailand cut power and internet to known compounds and established a Thai-China joint task force in May sought to dismantle these criminal networks. This isn't just a crime story, it's a wake-up call. Thousands are being exploited, trafficked, and trapped, not by foreign criminals, but by their own people. Wang Xing got out alive. But many never do. WUTIP is sounding the alarm. If we don't adapt, we risk being left behind. To turn the tide, Thailand must act now. Focus on quality over quantity. Open new markets like India, where visa-free policies are expected to boost visits beyond Russian numbers. Attract high-spending travelers. Strengthen domestic tourism as a financial backbone. Improve safety, hygiene, and create new, sustainable travel routes. WUTIP's message is clear, it's time to reinvent Thai tourism from the ground up. Thailand's future as a global tourism giant hangs in the balance. Will the kingdom rise to the challenge? Or fade from the travel map? Hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, would you visit Thailand in 2025? MK restaurants hit by chaos after viral buffet promo backfires. Crowds lined up outside MK restaurants, upbeat music fades into tension. Thailand's popular suki chain MK restaurants just bit off more than it could chew. Their new 299 baht all-you-can-eat buffet launched with a bang, drawing massive crowds to locations nationwide. But what started as a sizzling deal is now boiling over with backlash. MK Restaurants, one of Thailand's most iconic suki chains, has found itself in hot water after its wildly popular Kum Kum Eat All-You-Can Buffet promotion backfired spectacularly. Launched on June 10th and running through the end of the month, the deal promised 90 minutes of unlimited dining for just 299 baht, featuring premium ingredients like Australian brisket, tender pork, seasoned seaweed, and freshwater prawns for groups of 4 or more. But what began as a food lover's dream quickly spiraled into a public relations nightmare. Branches across the country were overwhelmed by massive crowds, leading to chaos, hours-long wait times, vanishing menu items, and understaffed locations unable to cope with the demand. Social media erupted with complaints, frustrated TikTok videos, and negative reviews, forcing MK to issue a public apology on Facebook. In their statement, the chain admitted to falling short and pledged to urgently address staffing issues and restocking delays. They're now deploying additional staff and advising customers to call ahead before visiting. Despite the backlash, the promotion remains active until June 30th. MK hopes it can turn things around before it's too late, but this incident serves as a cautionary tale. One miscalculated promotion in the age of viral content can do serious damage to even the most trusted brands. This was supposed to be a win. But it's turned into a warning. In today's viral world, a good deal can become a disaster overnight. Thailand goes all in on digital finance. greenlights 100% paperless fundraising to back G-token launch. Thailand has just taken a major leap into the future of finance. In a bold move to modernize its capital markets, the Thai cabinet has approved sweeping legal reforms that will allow 100% electronic fundraising and fully digital transactions, clearing the path for the launch of the highly anticipated G-token. The new laws, endorsed at the highest level, aim to cut paperwork and bring Thailand's financial regulations in line with global digital standards. Speaking on the breakthrough, SEC Secretary-General Associates Professor Dr. Pornanong Budsaratragoon confirmed that revisions were made to four major laws: the Securities and Exchange Act, the Futures Trading Act, the Trust for Capital Market Transactions Act, and the Emergency Decree on Digital Asset Businesses. These changes, driven by the Ministry of Finance, will allow investors to buy, trade, and manage assets entirely online, with no need for paper-based processes. From raising funds and issuing bonds to enforcement and repayment, everything is going digital. One of the most eye-catching features of this shift is the Public Debt Management Office's plan to issue a G-token, a new kind of digital asset, to raise 5 billion baht from the public to help plug the 2025 fiscal deficit. With clear rules for fee structures, harsher penalties for violations, and stronger whistleblower protections, the laws promise greater security and transparency for both institutional and retail investors. Once Parliament gives the final nod, the SEC will roll out the regulations needed to bring this digital infrastructure to life. Experts say the move could drastically lower transaction costs, boost liquidity in secondary markets, and give everyday investors unprecedented access to capital markets. It's a game-changing moment for Thailand, one that signals the dawn of a fully digital financial era. If you found today's news informative, hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Make sure you have a great day.